What's up, everyone? My name is Untamed Amanda. Welcome to my YouTube channel, or welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're talking about The Crow. Crow's getting a reboot. For any of you who are familiar with my channel and my friend Roman of the Empire's channel, you will know that not that long ago, we did a reaction/review of The Crow movie. It came out back in '89, if I'm remembering correctly. Please remind me in the comments down below when this movie came out. It will probably tell us in the article, but for some reason it is escaping me. I do believe that Crow reboots have been talked about in the past and they have not gone over well because the original movie was so good. I give it a recommendation. If you like kind of that dark steampunk Matrix feeling movie, this movie is for you. So let's get into it, talking about Screen Rant. Saying Screen Rant going to blow people away. The Crow reboot could spark shared universe, teases producer. The Crow reboot starring Bill Skarsgård, I hope I said that right, my apologies if I didn't, is going to blow people away and could also spawn a shared universe, teases producer Sam Pressman. The Crow is going to blow people away and could spawn a shared universe, teases producer Sam Pressman, based on James O'Barr's comic book series, the 1994. I was wrong. It was 94, not 89. Film starred Brandon Lee as Eric Draven, a murdered musician who is resurrected by a mystical crow and seeks revenge against the gang who killed him and his fiancée. The Crow was a sleeper hit at the box office and became a cult classic. Though its sequels failed to achieve the same success, a reboot has been in various stages of development over the years, though it is now officially slated for 2024. Okay, so I was right. The people have thought about doing reboots of this, and I didn't even know it had sequels. I don't think we really talked about the sequels on Roman's channel. Maybe we did, and I think we kind of glossed over it, saying they weren't that good and they weren't really worth the watch, but I don't know. In a recent interview with Deadline, Pressman provided an update on the Crow reboot. The producer thinks the reboot is going to blow people away. I feel like he's wanting to impress upon you that this movie is going to blow you away, blow you out of your socks. And said there are plans to expand it into a shared universe, whether it be video games or an animated series. Read his full comments below. The Crow has been a very central and integral part of our company, and I'm really proud of the progress and the work that has been done. I think the movie is just going to blow people away. Our partners want to approach it in a very 360 way, whether it be video games, an animated series, or a universe. But it's got this cosmic legacy that can expand beyond a singular story. We're finally at a point where we can really explore those other avenues because it's such a unique property in that it is not a studio film. It's not a Marvel film. It's a kind of anti-Marvel film. I have the highest hopes for that, and I really love what Molly Hazel has done in pushing it up the hill, and Rupert Sanders is such a visionary. Okay, it's not going to be a Marvel film. That's good. I think we are tired of that. If it's going to be its own series, I think animated series avenue, I think that's the better avenue. I think it has more possibilities for creators and creatives to really let their creativeness shine through. But that I prefer the anime/animated avenue of storytelling, especially if you're going to have a fantastical story. I think it's so much better to do it through animated television because you can be as creative as you want to be. What to know about the Crow reboot? The long gestation reboot of The Crow first entered development in 2008, and over the years it experienced a complicated production process with a revolving door of directors, writers, and actors attached at various points. These directors include Stephen Norrington, Juan Carlos Fresnadillo, F. Javier Gutierrez and Corin Hardy, while Bradley Cooper, Luke Evans, Jack Houston, and Jason Momoa were all cast as Eric Draven at one point. I think Jason Momoa could probably do okay. Screenwriters who worked on past versions of the script include Nick Cave, Jesse, and Cliff Dorfman. Sorry, I got your name wrong, man. The current iteration of the Crow reboot is directed by Rupert Sanders with a script by Zach Balin and Will Schneider, which is, of course, based on Obar's comic book. The reboot stars Bill, in the I'm one of these days going to get that word right. Titular role. While FKA Twigs plays the role of his murdered fiancée, Shelley. Isabel Wee stars as a new character named Zadie, while Danny Houston, Laura Byrne, Sam Jordan Bulger have all been cast in undisclosed roles. The Crow reboot finished filming last year, long before the start of the actors' strike, and is currently set to be released in 2024. Okay. I'm still hesitant because I don't think that The Crow needs a reboot. But I understand that a lot of people, it wasn't, and as far as box office, it wasn't a bomb, but it wasn't a home run, like out of the park. It was very much a kind of a sleeper cult classic. It did not get the praise or the accolades that a lot of people think it should have gotten, because as I stated, I recently watched the movie and I think it is a fabulous movie. It's a great movie. It's definitely very steampunk if you are into the darker steampunk genre. I hope that this is good. I think because of the fact that it's not attached to any big studios, I think that already gives it a leg up on some other properties and other IPs and genres, because the creatives can be a little bit more free to do as they want, and the studio executives don't tend to meddle, because I feel like on some regards sometimes studio interference, it can be a good thing, but for the most part, from what we've seen in modern day cinema and movies and storytelling, a lot of the times it's not good if the studio steps in, because a lot of the times the studio has boxes and checks, like they have to do those ESG scores. They have to make sure it meets these certain standards. You have to have a certain amount of people of this race, nationality, color, and certain amount of people of this. And I think that when you put so many stipulations on creatives, it stifles the creativity. Let creators be creative. Yes, have some parameters. Yes, have some structure. But let people who are creative, let their creation come to fruition. I think too often we've seen so many good shows, so many good movies that were almost there. They were so close to being pretty good, and you can see where the studio executives interfered in one way or another. Where one scene you have some, great actors, and the scene is really well done, everything's really good, and the writing just kind of falls flat. And I think that happens too often. We see so many things that are just about there, just about really good, and it kind of falls flat. I hope that The Crow is not one of those things. I hope The Crow gets kind of a rebirth and more people know about The Crow and decide they want to check out the franchise of The Crow. I didn't even realize it was, I'm going to correct myself and say I forgot that it was based off a comic book series, because we did talk about the comic book series. So I hope that it's done well. I know a lot of people are just not wanting this to even see the light of day, because we're getting too many reboots and remakes and revamps of stories. And I think that, honestly, I think a lot of people are just tired of it. They're tired of seeing old stuff brought back and not in the way that they would have wanted it to be brought back. But that's just me. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section down below. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget the subscribe button. And let me know your thoughts. I want to know, do you think that the reboot should have even been made? Do you think that they should have just left the property alone? What do you think? Are you excited for it? Do you think it'll be better as an animated series? a video game series. I think a video game's probably the way to go, to be quite honest. Now that I'm really thinking about it, I don't think a new movie was the best thing, but that's just me. I think I'm just tired of the big box office movies that are not doing so well. But hey, thank you so much for watching my video. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you guys in the next video.